What it do? Stick with the camp, shine like a lamp. Big boss out, boss dog. K-pop through the door. Hit the top to boxing. Fuck my soliloquy. Man, toes don't last. Good people do. Don't have yourself. Call them if I lie. Maybe matter. Peak game. Metaphors of what's wine. We clutched up. You know, we talking about that boxing. I know I ain't been over here in a minute, man. You know what I mean? I ain't been over here in a minute. But boss back again on the track again. They don't like it because I'm. But you know, boss. Just want to say, man, prayers to everybody. Happy 2026. Happy New Year to everybody. You know, I pray for many blessings upon you and your family. And, you know, we appreciate everybody who been along with us on this journey. That's a blessing. Let's talk that boxing talk. Dalton Smith. I was going to say Dalton Schultz. Shout out to the Texans, man. They play today. We're going to see if they beat the Steelers. Dalton Smith is the new WBC champion, 140 pounds. He knocked out Subriel Matías. I was shocked. You know, I didn't do a pre-fight prediction, you know, with this. But it was a great performance by Dalton Smith. I mean, he boxed. He bullied the bully in spurts. He tied it when he needed to tie Subriel Matías up. You know, he did a lot of good in there, man. He showed a lot of skill. You know, Subriel Matías, man, you know, he's a pressure fighter, but he's kind of fell in love with, you know, I'm the Terminator, can't nobody hurt me. And it's like, you have to add to your game, right? And he hasn't done that, you know, his last couple fights. So maybe this would be a wake-up call. But, you know, Subriel Matías landed some good shots on Dalton Smith, but Dalton Smith was game. Stay composed, stay humble. Didn't let Subriel Matías get in his rhythm too much. You know, that's where he tied him up. He just had the boxing knowledge and boxing IQ to know when to tie Subriel Matías up, turn him, you know what I mean? Back Subriel Matías up on the ropes. And I think it was round 4 or round 5. That's when he caught him with that right. You know what I mean? He caught him with the right to hurt him, and he finished him off and dropped him. So it was just a great performance from Dalton Smith. And crikey, the UK. You know, the UK, man, y'all got a new champion. So shout out to Dalton Smith, man. Great performance from him, man. Real talk. Where do these fighters go from here? We'll start with Subriel Matías. Subriel Matías, don't hang your head low, man. You fought a valiant fight. I think Subriel Matías got to go back to the drawing board, though, and add to his arsenal. Right? You got to add some head movement or something, you know, and angles. You know, you can't just go with the high guard and thinking that you're just going to walk somebody down the whole fight with a high guard. Somebody with boxing IQ going to penetrate that high guard. There's many ways you can penetrate it. You can punch the arm, create space, land a shot in there. You can get them on the ropes, rake it down, throw a shot in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's many different ways to get through that high guard. Right? And this is your computer. You can't get hit in this too much, right? So you got to add some head movement, some feints, something in there. You know what I mean? He has like little to no defense. So I just think Subriel Matías, man, he gotta add some type of defensive movement in there. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know, his offense, we know what he is. He's a pressure fighter. That's good, but you got to add to your arsenal, right? Because, you know, a dude with boxing knowledge gonna pick you apart. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And they got a little bit of a chin, he gonna get with you. You know what I mean? That's just real talk. That's what it is. Other than that, Dalton Smith, excuse me. I would like to see him in a unification, I'm not gonna lie. You know, go against all the other champions in the division. You know, I think he's shown that he can compete at that level. So I would like to see him in there with a Richardson Hitchens or, you know, Gary Antoine Russell in the unification. I think those are good fights. I think, you know, the person that posed an issue for him may be Richardson Hitchens because of his boxing ability. I'm not gonna cap. I think he'll pose a big issue for what's his name? Dr. Smith. Gary Antoine Russell, might have to slide with Russell on that one. But, you know, that, although Russell's the boogeyman at the division, in my opinion, you know, I could see ways that Smith can probably get his hand raised in that one. It's shocking, but, you know, I think Richardson Hitchens, man, stylistically would be an issue for us because of his boxing ability and his IQ. I think Gary Antoine Russell, you know, unless he come in and just box Dalton. Because, look, Dalton Smith, I'm going to be real with you. He wasn't doing nothing just crazy in there. You know, to where you sit there and be like, man, he really just out there just, you know, he was just doing simple boxing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing just too crazy to where you be like, man, he in there. Did you see how he just bullied the bully and outskilled him and outwilled him? That's just what he did. So, shout out to Dalton Smith. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit for him. I just want to enjoy this belt because, you know, a lot of the time nowadays we want these dudes to immediately get in there and just, you know, fight. You know, like, hey man, you ready? You ready to fight again? It's like, man, let him enjoy this belt real quick. Let him enjoy his victory, you know, and then, you know, come back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Dr. Smith. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.